Okay, so we're on the test. We will start on problem number 43. Yep. Now, when we look at this one, it looks like it's kind of difficult, but it really isn't. This is pretty much the same as if we had 5x minus 7 equals 38. How would we solve this one here? What would be our first step? We would do what? We would add 7, and then we would divide by the 5, right? Well, down here we're going to do the same thing. I know what you're thinking, Cody. Yeah, I know where you're at. Yep. Down here it's the same thing. We're going to add and then divide. What are we going to add here? We're going to add 5 and 1/8. And if that go away, it'll leave us with 3/4 x. Over here we have to add 5 and 1/8. Of course, to do that, we need a common denominator, which will be 8. So this is going to stay 1/8. 2 times 4 makes 8, so 1 times 4 is 4. This will be 4/8. 4 plus 1 is 5/8. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 and 5/8. Now what? Divide by 3/4. Okay. 6/8. Don't need a common denominator when you divide.
Why are you dividing by 3/6 over there?
That's 2/4. I just wrote it sloppy. So that's gone. This is x equals 11 and 5/8 divided by 3/4. So it's going to be 11 times 8 is 88. Plus 5 is 93/8. And then it will be times 4 over 3. Now the 4 and the 8 cross cancel. They can be divided by 4 to give me 1 and 2. 93 and 3 cross cancel. And divided by 3 to give me 1 and 31. So if 31 times 1 is 31. 2 times 1 is 2. 31 over 2, otherwise known as 15. And 1/2. Where'd I lose you?
That is not a boundary you want to start.
Okay. It just,
I mean, I got it when I did it by myself,
Sure.
but when you're,
doing it out longhand makes it,
I made that.
yeah. Okay. Now I think we'll do number 42 while we're at it just as well. X plus 2/3 equals 5 and 1/6. What do we have to do? We have to subtract 2/3. So X equals. Do we want to make it 4/6? Anybody have an opinion on that?
Wait. Yeah.
Okay, we will. Do we have to have a common denominator? Yes, we do. We're subtracting. Adding or subtracting, we need the same name. Now what? 1 minus 4?
Take the 5 and make it 4.
This will be a 4.
And then 7.
This will be 7. Where'd the 7 come from? Yeah, whatever we borrow is always the denominator. We add the denominator to the numerator. So now 7 minus 4 is 3/6, and then 4 minus nothing is 4. So 4 and 1/2. Questions so far? Let's see, did we do 44 or 45? We did 45 yesterday, didn't we?
We did 45.
Let me do this. Let's see here. So let's look at this one. How would I solve this? Talk me through it. Well, remember how we did this. We ask ourselves, what has been done to our variable? So in this case, what's been done to x? But first thing that was happened is it was multiplied by 7, right? Then 3 was subtracted from it, and then the whole works was divided by 6. To take it apart, we've got to take off the last piece first. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of the dividing by 6 by multiplying by 6. That piece is gone. We have 7x minus 3 equals, we have to multiply by 6 over here. 3 times 6 is 18. Then what? No, we have the minus 3 was the next last thing that happened, right?
Oh.
So I have to add 3. So now it's 7x equals 21. Now you can divide by 7. X equals 3. You got it. What if you're unsure of your answer and you want to double check it? You go back up to the problem. 7 times 3 minus 3 over 6. What is 7 times 3? What's that? 21. Minus 3. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So it works out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause my recording here for a second. I want you all to try problem 44. If you already got it right, wonderful. Just work through it again. Make sure you can get it right the second time. Okay, so anyway, we start out by multiplying by 4 here, which is going to give us 5x plus 8 equals 28. What would be our next step? Subtract the 8. Get 5x equals 20. Then divide by 5. X equals 4. Very good.
We all
Question.
got it right so we can get extra points. Right?
Sure.
Thank you.
In my book, you're all worth extra points.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, my book is not the grade book.
Okay,
So,
I really didn't want to do this, but I'll sell my leg. Which part of the leg do you want?
The knee.
Off with the knee then. You want
I'm going to be
an
quiet.
arm and a leg for extra credit? So be it.
We want the arms here.
So anyway, looking at something like this. This is just an order of operations problem. We have to go down through our levels. Level 1 is enclosing symbols. This is similar to number 46. It is not number 46, just similar to it. Level 1 is enclosing symbols. Do we have any?
Yeah.
Well, we have parentheses. In this case, are those parentheses acting as an enclosing symbol? Say no.
No.
We're separating.
There's nothing to do inside those parentheses. All they're doing is showing us that that power of 2, the squared, is applied to the whole fraction and not just the 1 on top. So that is not really an enclosing symbol. There is nothing that we have to do with the parentheses. So level 2 is,
Yeah. 5, 6 times 1 4.
no, level 2 is exponents. Powers and roots. Do we have any powers or roots?
1 4 times.
We have the 1/4 squared. Yeah. What is, when we take a fraction and square it, it's 1/4 times itself. 1/4 times 1/4, right? 1 times 1 is 1. 4 times 4, 16. So 1/4 squared becomes 1/16. So everything else stays the same. 2/3 plus 5/6 times 1/16. Now what?
5, 6 times 1 4.
5/6 times 1/16. Can we cross cancel anything?
No.
No, we can't. 5 times 1 is 5. 6 times 16, 96. Yes. And now all we have left is our 2/3 plus 5/96. Common denominator is going to be 96, so that'll stay 5/96 down there. And then this is going to be 96 as well. 3 times what makes 96? 32. So 2 times 32 is 64. And we are adding, so 64 plus 5 is 69 over 96. Is that our answer? Say no. How can we simplify? Both of them can be divided by 3, which will give us 23 over 32. Questions? Answers? Those cost more.
See, there's no way to do cube on the calculator, is there? Like,
Yeah, you need a cube on the calculator.
Oh.
You can do power 3. It's caret key. If you're doing a fraction, you gotta put the fraction in parentheses to use it.
Right.
So on your calculator, if you wanted to do 2/5 cubed, you would put in parentheses 2 ABC5 close parentheses caret key and then 3.
Sweet.
And it should spit out 8 over 125.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that we spilled the beans, first thing we got to do here is 2/5 to the power of 3, which is going to be 8 over 125. Now, I'm going to pause for a second. Other than using the calculator, is there anybody here that does not know how you'd get from 2/5 to 825? Anybody wants to see me go through that? Because it's 2 over 5 to the power of 3. You got to do 2 to the power of 3 and 5 to the power of 3. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. Now what do we have to do? Yeah, 5/8 times 8 over 125. Well, this one, there's some cross canceling. The 8's cross cancel. Give me 1 and 1. Anything else?
5 and 125.
5 and 125 can be divided by 5 to give me 1 and 25. That multiplies to make 1 over 25. So now we have 3/4 plus 1/25. So 3/4 plus 1 over 25. What's our common denominator going to be? 100. This is going to be 75. 4 times 25 is 100. 3 times 25 is 75. This one will be 4. 25 times 4 is 100, so 1 times 4 is 4. And we're adding 79 hundredths. Next. What would we have to do in a problem like this?
Well, you have to do
Okay. Perfect. You have to do everything on top first. 3/4 plus 2/3.
common denominator.
Common denominator will be
What are you doing?
12.
What are you doing?
This problem. Similar to
Oh.
47.
Oh, okay. All right.
So this is going to become 9, and this will be 8. 9 plus 8 is 17 twelfths. Now, yes, we do want to reduce that to 1 and 5 twelfths, but not at this moment. I'm going to leave that as 17 twelfths. The reason why is going to become apparent in just a second. On bottom here, I need to multiply 1 and 2/3 times 5/6. The 5/6 isn't going to change, but this is going to become how many thirds? 5/3. I multiply, 5 times 5 is 25, 3 times 6 is 18. This is 25 eighteenths. So what we have here now is 17 twelfths divided by 25 eighteenths. The reason I left them as improper fractions instead of converting them to mixed numbers is because now when we divide, we need them as improper fractions anyway. Since I knew there was a division coming up, I left them that way to save myself from converting back and forth. Now what do I have to do? The 17/12 stays the same. It's going to be times 18 over 25. Now we can cross cancel. The 12 and the 18 can both be divided by 6 to give us 3 and 2. So 17 times 3 is 51. 2 times 5 is 50. That is 1 and 1/50th. So I'm going to leave number 47 for you guys to try at home. If you don't get it over spring break, we'll go over it on the Monday after spring break. Let's look at number 48, or something similar to number 48.
When I keep adding 5, 6 plus 3, 8, keep spitting out 5, 8, 4.
5, 6 plus 3 eighths.
It is 1 and 5/24.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what it's supposed to be, 1 and 5/24.
It still just spits out. It won't spit out the actual fraction, the improper.
The improper fraction. No, it's always going to change. Your calculator will always change it into a mixed number if it can. So anyway, something like this, what do? To me, it's a lot easier if I write this out horizontally. X to the 5th over 45 divided by x squared over 9. And now, of course, I'm going to have to change it to x to the 5th over 45 times 9 over x squared. Sure. Is that long enough yet? Okay. Now we'll multiply. X to the 5th times 9 is 9x to the 5th. 45 times x squared is 45x squared. But we still need to reduce that fraction. Nine and 45 can be reduced by 9. Give me 1 and 5. I'm going to leave the 1 off. I don't know if I need the 1 up here or not yet. How about x to the 5th and x squared? It's going to go top or bottom? Top, and it'll be to the 3rd. 5 minus 2 is 3. So I didn't need the 1 up here. My answer, if you left the 1 in there, it wouldn't be wrong. But the answer is just x to the 3rd over 5. It doesn't like the 1s, does it? How's we doing? Good? Everybody can go off to spring break happy now?
We don't have school at all this week.
No school at all next week. No. I don't think the building's even going to be open some of the days. Thank you. Anything else that you guys want me to go over? Homework or test or past quizzes?
Yes. On the computer, when you're doing the line, partition, whatever it's called, the line, sometimes it wants to subtract, and a lot of times I'm adding, and then, when you're doing an answer, it wants to subtract. What do you know the difference?
I'd have to see any idea which one of those problems is like that? Or
A lot of them are homework.
a lot of them? Where it looks like addition, but they want you to subtract?
They have the line for addition, but, you go to the answer, and they're actually subtracting.
Let me check it out.
Right.
You have any idea what number and where it would be at?
Which homework assignment it is?
This last one.
This last one?
A lot of them, but this last one. And there I get confused, it
Sure.
starts becoming frustrating, and then it's like, okay, nothing makes sense. No.
Let's take a look. We'll figure it out.
Maybe it's saying adding and has a space there for the negative, and I'm not seeing the space. I'm not
So you're looking
doing that, and
at
it's
like homework 12?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
It's not just this one, but I might be missing the space. It's just
Something like this. No, I'm sure you're not crazy. Well, no crazier than anybody else. Was it maybe homework 13 instead, or the one that's due next week? No, it was the one that was due yesterday. Then you guys